Hey there, good morning everyone. Friday the 25th of November 2022. Another 30 days and it's Christmas. This morning's devotional is a reading from Proverbs chapter 16, verse 31, which reads, "Grey hair is a crown of splendor. It is attained by a righteous life." Here's a quick story for you. A senior citizen, a gentleman, was eyeing a parking spot that had become vacant at a shopping mall. So he's slowly backing up his aging luxury car into the spot, and all of a sudden, from the opposite side, he sees a flash of red. And there's a little red sports car that's parked into that spot. Jumping over the side of his little car, a young man calls out, "That's because I'm young and I'm fast." The old man reckons, So he revs up his car and plows straight into this little red car, folding it up like a piece of paper that's been scrunched up. Then turning to the horror-stricken youth, he said, "That's because I'm old and rich." Now, while you're having a good chuckle about that, let me remind you that not all old people are rich. We need to ask ourselves why is there such a gap between the young and the old? A study of what Scripture says about the elderly has revealed some things. Firstly, there are many directives in the Old Testament, most of them written by Moses, ensuring that not only are the elders to be given respect, but their needs are to be provided for. Paul adds to that, he says that widows are to be properly taken care of by the family of God. Now you may ask, so what do seniors have which younger generations need besides money? We've got lots. But here's a few things that the elder generation could give to the younger generation while you are still alive. Give the benefit of your experience. Children and grandchildren don't always want advice on how to handle things. They want to live their lives and make their own mistakes. But your experience is a valuable asset. Shared freely and kindly, it can be a tremendous help. No one can live long enough to make all the mistakes, so we can learn much from each other. Number 2, share your wisdom. Old so soon, smart so late. Wisdom is something that is transmitted by being there, by caring, by listening, and not a recitation of, "Here's what I would do if I were you." The youth want to make up their own minds and not to be told what to do. Wisdom and love is being there for them. Provide connectivity. If you are of the senior generation, whether you are 60 or 90, you are a bridge to the past. And there is tremendous strength in being connected to the family tree. It's the difference between a young tree that's bending in the blowing wind and a branch that is firmly attached to the old oak tree. Talk about your youth, your family, and your memories as a child. These memories form a valuable tapestry. Form that connection. Perspective. One of the reasons young people take their lives and get involved in drugs and all these other nasty evils of society is because they lack perspective. They don't understand that you can work through your problems. Seniors have been there. They've lived through wars, through depressions, and they know that God will take you through the tough times. Pass that on. Godliness. This, of course, you cannot pass on unless you have it yourself. Young Timothy, remember Timothy in the Bible, in the New Testament, was the product of his godly mother and godly grandmother. Although God has no grandchildren, godly parents can make a tremendous difference to the 3rd and 4th generation. Never forget that. My dear friends, as we enter this weekend, let us take time to connect with the older generation, those who society tosses aside because they're deemed as useless and as too old. You would be pleasantly surprised at what you may learn from them. May the Lord be with you. May He bless you. May He cause His face to shine upon you and be with you always. Goodbye.